job I just got. It's a little business card I have folded up. And I'm so grateful for getting this job. I mean, it was just a miracle, in a sense. And yet I feel myself sliding into patterns that I hadn't experienced for a long time, pushing for to-do lists, going through sales training, where I have to ask manipulative questions and prove to my boss that I'm using this technique. And it's just very heavy. I know I can't move forward in that way. I just can't be the same as I was before.
It's because you know too much.
Right. And so I'm just so confused about how to move forward in this, how to make it fun, how to make practical.
Well, first of all, is whatever you're offering something that feels important to you? Does it ring your bells? Is it a means to an end, or is it something that is thrilling to you?
I don't feel passionate about it, yet I feel like there's some purpose, there's some good in it, there's some launching that's occurring.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
It is. It's the train has now been going the other way, in a good way. Yes.
And so once that momentum has started, now you can begin to consider, is this really something that I feel anything about? Is it something that I feel passionate about? And if it isn't, at least you're asking the question, what do I feel passionate about? People talk all the time about the value of finding something that you love to do and then doing it. But it takes a little while to figure out what that is. And sometimes you have to acknowledge what it is you don't want or what it is you don't like in order to acknowledge what you do like. It works both ways. In other words, sometimes you could take a situation that you remember that was pleasing to you, and you can write all the positive aspects of it, and then you can measure this particular experience against those positive aspects in order to understand why this isn't feeling so good. Well, it's because I've trained myself. Life has shown me that this is who I am, and this is what I want, and these are the kind of things that I want to experience, and this just doesn't feel like that, which means your sifting and sorting is letting you know that this isn't the best idea. Right. Or you can do it the other way around. You can acknowledge what's missing. What is it that I don't want? What is it that I do want? So it's a matter of sort of making that list in order to ascertain your points of compatibility. Does it feel to you like it's necessary for you to jump into action right now?
Yes.
And yet you hung back. How long have you been in this audience? For days. Yeah. And how many times have you raised your hand?
Every time.
And so you've been raising your hand, but what was different this time?
I felt it.
Momentum had gathered enough that you actually even identified something that you felt, something real. Mm-hmm. And so there isn't anything that Jerry liked more than the encouraging of someone along their business path. He wanted so much to help people believe that they could do something that they wanted to do.
And he knows how to do it.
He knows how to do it. He knows how to do it, and he and so many others will show you how to do it. But the first step is in finding something that you want to do. Something that you want to do. So how do you know if you want to do it? Well, you got to do it a little bit. Well, you said to us, what did you say earlier as you were describing sales techniques and you sort of shuddered in disgust?
Very heavy. I don't know how to have fun with it. I don't know how to...
So tell us what it is about that you don't like.
About the sales training?
Whatever it was you were shuddering over.
Yeah, this technique of sales, of selling something.
But what is it about that you don't like?
It's not me.
But why? What is it that makes it not feel like you? What is it about it that you don't like?
It's manipulating.
Oh, so it's taking advantage of others to your advantage?
Yeah.
Or is it introducing to others something that they don't even know they want that they might want?
Perhaps.
Last night at dinner, the nice man came around with his beautiful book of good ideas of things to eat for dessert. And Esther said, "No, thank you, please. I will just have some tea." And she thought that was just the best idea. And then other desserts were being delivered around the table, and Esther was completely happy with her tea. And then the nice man set in front of her a glass dish that had 6 desserts in it, little desserts. And then Esther thought, oh, you're right. I do want all of these.
Perhaps people don't know what they want until they're shown what
Maybe.
they want.
And maybe the essence of what people are looking for is already active within them. In other words, you are not manipulating by presenting and giving people opportunity to find harmony. You're only manipulating if they don't find harmony, and then you further try to convince them or coerce them about it, you see.
Yeah.
But there is certainly nothing wrong with presenting and then watching for the signs of compatibility. And when you approach anything, understanding that law of attraction is the strongest engine in this. So as you connect with the idea of whatever this is, so that you are in vibrational alignment with it, then as others are before you, you have a possibility of influencing, if there is any probability of it at all, influencing an activation of their vibration about it while you're there. And you can see it and feel it as it happens. If you don't see it or feel it, just thank them for their time and have some sort of nice conversation and appreciate the interaction that you had so far and let it easily just go. But if you sense some sort of momentum, some sort of law of attraction momentum, then by all means follow through with it and discover how much fun it is for you to be clear about something. You see, you're not going to give birth to an interest in someone else. You're not going to give birth to it. Therefore, you cannot manipulate them. All you're going to do is activate within yourself something that is meaningful to you, and law of attraction will assist you in ferreting out whether there is an active vibration in any of them or not. And if there is, then you're going to have a wonderful interaction together. And if there isn't, then you've had a wonderful interaction together. There's no manipulation. There's just law of attraction, helping you get better and better at knowing what you're about, you see. So our encouragement is to figure out for yourself how you feel about it. And if you can get some juices flowing, then it is our promise to you that others can get some juices flowing about it too. But if you cannot muster any interest in yourself, don't waste your time with this. In other words, it has to encourage something within you. Yes?
Yes.
Before you can encourage something within someone else.
And can you help me to muster up some passion about becoming excited or passionate about electrical grounding equipment?
Read the brochure. You'll know.
I can hardly read through a brochure. It's like
Well, it might not be just right for you, but we don't think it's as off as you think that it is.
Yeah.
And we can feel that law of attraction has presented it to you. So there is something there for you. So we wouldn't just brush it off. We would play it out a bit and see if you can get any interest going. It is our expectation that you will. This is a really good, unfortunate for you, time for a segment of refreshment.